Hey, what up, YouTube? This your boy Rubber Band Trades. I'm back again with another trade recap for today, March 13th, 2026. Man, it's Friday the 13th, y'all. So you know I was not trying to take no premature trades today. I was definitely trying to wait on my setup. And y'all go see what happened, man. Let's get into it. All right, so coming into today's market, I noticed one that the daily candle was printing bullish at the time. London had swept out previous day low. Looks like we made a nice move up during the pre-market session, and we had opened up above the opening range gap. So I was expecting some bullish price action, at least to that 1 hour FVG up there. If we got continuation above that, I was also prepared to target previous week high and the 1.5 standard deviation. So when price opened up, what I'm saying, we made a nice quick pop up. However, then price came down. Looked like we came down to the midnight open. Swept out some of these lows at midnight open. I was expecting us to go tap into this 15-minute and 5-minute fair value gap. I would have loved to gotten long right there at VWAP and right near that 6 p.m. open. I would have loved to got long right there, but it just didn't give it to us. So we got this bullish wick coming out of this on the 5 minute right at 8:30 open. Yeah, so looking back on the 1 minute, this 5 minute setup was actually pretty clean. It was a sweep of liquidity. You saw right there. I kind of went to the 1 minute. It was way too far for my liking, so I didn't enter. However, I probably should have paid more attention to that because again, that was a solid trade setup right there. That would have gave us the move to that one standard deviation and that untapped 1 hour FVG up there. But again, today I wanted to, be patient. Um, didn't want to rush any setups, and also there was 10 o'clock news, so I definitely wanted to see how price would react after that 10 o'clock news. So that's another reason why I just wasn't prepared to take that trade right there at what's that, like 9:40. Yeah, you see I'm looking at it again on the 1 minute. Yeah, so that was pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So here you got price pushing up higher, bulls pushing up higher, pushing right into that 1 hour FVG up there. Yep, get a little bit of reaction right there. Um, again, I am bullish on the day, so I was prepared to take a trade if price was to flip that 1 hour FVG. I was prepared to go target previous day high up there at near the 1.5 standard deviation as well. So, but this 1 hour FVG was offering some resistance, so I decided to just remain patient throughout this trading day. And as you can see, that one standard deviation is offering a bit of resistance right here. So again, that one standard deviation, as I said in a previous video, I do like to trade reversals off of that level. However, being that we were, pretty much bullish right out the gate, I didn't want to get, caught trying to short a, bullish trend day. So I just wasn't in the mind state that the mind state to take shorts at the time. Um, but as you can see, saying we got a nice little push down, and like I said, we got a 5 minute bullish gap right there. So that's another reason why I just wasn't even prepared to take this short as well. Again, during given the market that we've been in recently, it's been very very range bound. Um, Honestly, I guess the fact that it is range bound, I probably should have been looking at this possibly getting a move lower. However, you got two opposing gaps right there. I just wasn't prepared to take this one. It's just not my setup. It would have gave a sweep of that high and then some clean displacement lower, I probably would have been more keen to take this setup. But given that we did not sweep out New York sessions high again, we did not also retest that one standard deviation. I was just like, all right, I'll just wait for the bullet setup back up to these levels. As you can see, prices trading a little bit lower. We're getting some bearish momentum right here out of this 1 hour FVG. And boom, there we go. Prices kind of drifting lower. So like I said, man, I just wanted to just remain patient, wait for my setup. Again, I had a loose bias bullish on the day, so I definitely was looking for some type of bullish setup, and rather than rather than any type of bearish setup from this level. All right, so you got the 10 o'clock open right there. So 10 o'clock open pushed up, gave us a tap of that 1 hour FVG, and then started trading, started getting some little bearish momentum lower from here. So right now, what I'm thinking is, one, I still just I am looking for the bullish trade of the day, and although price is moving down, it's still not just providing just the cleanest delivery lower to even just make me say, all right, I need to be in this short right here. You see, it's still kind of chopping about in that 5 minute and 15 minute gap. I definitely didn't want to short inside a 15 minute gap. Yeah, so I just kind of let this trade play out. You see, I did draw the standard deviation just to see what that trade would look like and where we could possibly go. And again, this is just me remaining patient, man. So I'm just sitting, watching price, letting it play out, letting it do its thing. Got another tap of the 10 a.m. open right there. Now we're still trading inside a 5 minute and 15 minute bullish gap. Now we getting that momentum outside of this gap. Yeah, so price action hasn't been the best this week. I'll be honest. I've already went through and back test. Well, I won't say back test, but I reviewed the week, and my setup only appeared 3 times this week. And honestly, 2 of those setups I wouldn't even take, just based on where we were in the chart, and the type of pullback that we were getting, I guess, to my level. So I didn't really like that. So I'm draw the standard deviation right there to say, okay, when we hit the one, I am expecting either some type of reversal or pullback from the one standard deviation. So we were right here at the 8:30 open, and we were approaching VWAP. So I definitely was tempted to wait in this area to see if a bullish setup would arise, and it seemed like we could definitely maintain some bullishness if we was to also get another tap into this ORG. So I was kind of waiting to see what happened here to see if we can get some type of bullish reaction out of this level. All right, so we getting a nice little push off 8:30 open. I still need a little bit more. I'm about to see. I want to see if this 1 minute FVG gets tapped right here above VWAP. It seemed like that would be a nice level for buyers to step back in if they wanted to push price a little bit higher. Again, this is also a tap of the ORG. And being that we are above the ORG, I am looking for longs above the ORG. So that 1 minute FVG is respected. We getting some nice bullish momentum up out of that 1 minute FVG. All right, right here I see a CISD trying to perform. That is a trying to print. That is a change in the state of delivery, and that's where I draw my standard deviation tool just to kind of see like, all right, if we do get this CISD, where I would like to take an entry from, and where I would like to start taking some profits. So once that 1 minute CISD form, we get a pullback into that 1 minute imbalance. I enter with 5 contracts right there, and I switch over to my other account, enter again with 5 contracts, and you know what I'm saying, set my stop below that 1 minute FVG. Again, if price is to remain bullish, it should still continue to respect that 1 minute FVG. That's why my stop placement was below that low. And we get some nice momentum up out of that level. Um, and it was looking like it wanted to go. However, it was kind of giving me some back and forth, but it was giving me enough to still remain in this trade. Again, if you taking a trade, expect it to be a loser. You know, at the end of the day, this is a zero sum game. It's gonna be winners and losers on both sides of the tape. And if today was a loser for me, I was prepared for that. But here we go. We getting some nice bullish momentum out of that OTE entry zone at the CISD. So we get a nice little move. I move my stops to break even, thinking that was the push that we needed. Boom! I got clipped at break even, and I'm still kind of eyeing this trade because to me it's still valid. It's still valid, even though I got clipped out. So I re-entered right here with 5 contracts again. Put my stop again back below that low, and I was targeting the New York session highs that we put in from this morning. So I decided to put take 2 contracts off at the 10 a.m. open. I definitely figured that we would get at least to the 10 a.m. open, and I wanted to see bullish momentum out of that 10 a.m. open. So once we started getting a nice push, I moved my stops back to break even. You see there, I got 2 contracts off on that trade. However, it didn't get my 2 off on my other account for some reason. It was literally right there. I'm not sure what happened there, but it did not want to clip those 2 contracts right there. And then price started getting pretty heavy right here at the 10 a.m. open and this 1 minute FVG. And as you can see, price came back down and took me out at break even. And that's where I just closed shop for the day. And you know, yeah, man. So that was pretty much my only 2 trades on the day. Again, I'm just trying to make sure I lock in on my discipline and stay locked into my strategy, and just not trying to overtrade, man. So as you can see, price stayed heavy below my original entry. So it was good that I did not try that long again. However, you know what I'm saying, we gonna come back next week with stronger mentality, stronger discipline, and you know what I'm saying, let's get these accounts out of drawdown, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.